Hello everybody, this is Bumpy Gaming back here once again. Today we're going to do every Mario Kart Super Circuit track in Mario Kart Wii. This is... I'm sure most people expected this, after the SNES video and the N64 video, which that hasn't even gone up yet as of me recording this. Yeah, so let's just get this over. Now, actually, what I do want to say, Super Circuit... That actually, there were 5 cups in that. Much like Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, the game had 5. Actually, no, I can't even say that because, here's the thing. The original Super Mario Kart, it had 20 original tracks as opposed to 16 like in later installments. Though Super Circuit also had 20 original tracks. So what we're gonna do the first 4 cups as a 16 race, Grand Prix, and then the last 4 tracks we're going to do as a 4-race Grand Prix. It's pretty par for the course. Let me make sure one last time that this is right. Yeah, 16 races. Actually, you know what? Let me do one more thing. Aggressive. Yeah, I kind of meant to do this like 2 videos ago. But, I figure now's as good a time as ever to do a challenge like this. Super Circuit is a very... I wouldn't say challenging a game. I wouldn't say it's a challenging game, but definitely a perplexing one. Yeah, so Super Circuit, there are 5 cups. Yeah, as opposed to 4. We got the Mushroom Cup, the Flower Cup, the Lightning Cup, the Star Cup, and the Special Cup. That's why I was saying 5 cups earlier, because, the SNES tracks, the Super Nintendo tracks, they made that 5 cups. Well, see, in the actual Super Nintendo, there were 4 cups, but with 5 tracks on each, as opposed to 4. And I'm going to start the video before I start confusing you guys even more with these numbers. Yeah, so let's start with the Mushroom Cup here. So first off is GBA Peach Circuit by Funky Racer. Already I'm getting the vibe that this is what Peach Circuit would have looked like in Mario Kart 8, which is never a bad thing. I especially like the guy's username, Funky Racer. I'm sure they would like this particular video if they stumbled upon it. Or this series of videos, for that matter. You know what, Funky Racer? Just for you, I'm going to play as Funky in the rest of these. Oh wow, first lap's done already. How quickly it's done. I feel like this should be a 5-lap track, not a 3-lap one. And yeah, I mean, I played Super Circuit when I was a kid, and, I had my fun with it, but, but by the time I was, like, growing up and, like, into Mario and whatnot, Mario Kart DS had already come out. So I was definitely playing that more on card trips than I ever played Super Circuit. But again, that's not to say Super Circuit's a bad game. I know it's looked at as a little subpar, but sometimes I guess you just got to, expect that with the GBA. One thing I do also like about Super Circuit is that they did bring back every Super Nintendo track, so that was pretty cool of them, regardless of how you feel about the game. Now here is GBA Shy Guy Beach by ZPL. Now what's interesting to note is that Shy Guy Beach is already in base Mario Kart Wii, and it very much is made to look like how the track originally did on Game Boy Advance, but as you can see here, we've got a very Mario Kart 8-esque remaster. I mean, I know I've kind of been poo-pooing it if it's a track that's already in stock Mario Kart Wii, but now I do want to be a bit more respectful to custom track makers. Because I'm a lot more respectful towards them than I am towards Nintendo, I tell you that. God, remember when the first Booster Course Pass came out for Mario Kart 8 and everybody was poo-pooing that shit? Yeah, and then the Booster Courses Pass... and then they ended up getting better over time, so... Yeah, I really needed that bullet bill, I tell ya. Get fucked, Koopa. Ah, well, I got fucked myself. Da, 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 da. Oh! Ah, frick. Look at me falling behind. All right, third place ain't bad. Well, am I going to be in first overall? Yes, I'm tied with Baby Peach. Next race. And this time we got... Ooh, Riverside Park. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was a DLC track in Mario Kart 8. Oh, and this track was made by Kozakura and the Gaming Bram. Now let's see if this Bram is worth gaming for. Wow, I really stretched that one, didn't I? Wow, first spin out of the video. Golden Mushroom. Use that shit. Huh, the piranha plants are on their legs. I forgot some piranha plants do that. Yeah, I'm so used to seeing them in the war. Could you imagine if, like, Piranha Plant and Smash Brothers did that? Yeah, and actually, I do recognize this. Correct me if I'm... Feel free to fact-check me on this, but... Was this in the... This was in DLC... This was in... I want to say DLC Pack 4? Because I have a... Albeit vague, I do have a somewhat of a memory of, like, specifically playing as Birdo on this track. Now, I think in the cave here was when I was talking about the, at the time, new trailer for the first Mario Brothers movie. And I have to clarify that, because as I'm recording this, the trailer for the Galaxy movie came out yesterday. Showed off Yoshi. I chose a good time to talk about Yoshi, huh? Yeah, I like that they're introducing him in the Galaxy movie, though one thing I really hope they don't mess up, it just seems like from the clips we've seen so far, it's like, I worry that they're going to make Toad a bit unlikable, because, you know, he was being a little mean to Yoshi, like almost in a jealous sort of way, so, yeah, I'm really hoping that they don't make Toad unlikable. Ah! The game prevented my suicide. Yeah, so 40 points. Next race. It's like GBA Bowser Castle 1 by Chaos Shadow 23. I believe this track was in... It was remastered in Mario Kart DS. Yeah. Oh, wait. Was it DS or Mario Kart? Okay, I think this was Mario Kart 7. I think it was like the only Super Circuit track that was in that game. And then I believe Bowser Castle 2 was in Mario Kart DS. Though then again, I could very well be getting my facts mixed up. I always loved the Bowser Castle music. Super Circuit. Oh man, I was listening to that. I have like 3 other opportunities to listen to it though, so no biggie. All right, and that completes the Mushroom Cup. Bowser gets last place on his own track. You hate to see it. Next race. GBA Mario Circuit by Mr. or Meister E99. Or actually, no, I think it's closer to Mr. And then Mr. Brian. You know, and already this is the Mario Kart 8 version of GBA Mario Circuit, which I'm okay with. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure this was the only Super Circuit track that was in base Mario Kart 8, and then they started adding, like, way more of them when they did DLC. Yeah, 'cause I remember, like, even as a teenager being very irrationally angry that Super Circuit wasn't getting much representation. So then to see it get representation in the DLC for Mario Kart 8 was I considered that to be a treat. Like, really, Mario Kart 8's base DLC in general was just kind of lackluster. Like, I remember being so insanely disappointed they only did, like, 2 packs of it. I mean, I know we got... Although, actually, no, now I'm kind of thinking, you know, were they planning more DLC for base Mario Kart 8, and what they had planned ended up being an 8 Deluxe? I mean, it would make sense, given how pissed poorly the Wii U sold. Like, maybe, like I can imagine, yeah, like, late 2014, early 2015. I think that was when rumors about the new console started to spread, too. Yeah, so I think it's reasonable to assume that what we got, like Bowser Jr., Dry Bones, King Boo, maybe even the Inklings as well, maybe they were planned for future Mario Kart 8 DLC until they weren't. Oh! Oh, wow! Close finish. Close fucking finish. Bowser's still in single digit. Next race. GBA Boo Lake by ZPL. Already loving the vibes here. Did they remaster one of these tracks in... I could have sworn one of these tracks was in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, but I can't remember if it was either this or Broken Pier. Because I remember as a kid, you know, playing Super Circuit, I always preferred Broken Pier over Boo Lake. Oh, I got an underwater segment. Very nice. Do, 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 do. Man, I swear to God, Funky Kong has such a beautiful voice. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm in such a Yoshi mood. I'm thinking I'll probably put Yoshi on the thumbnail for this video. I was kind of debating between, like, him or Peach, but now I'm putting Yoshi on here. I think everyone's kind of in a Yoshi mood after the Galaxy movie trailer. I mean, I know the trailer is going to be like a week and a half old by the time this video drops, but still gotta... Hey, maybe I'll put the movie Yoshi render. Maybe I'll put the render of movie Yoshi on the thumbnail somewhere, just to ensure that it gets views. Did I just clip through the sign? I think I just clipped through the sign. All right, next race. Ooh, GBA Cheeseland by ZPL. This I know for a fact was in the DLC for normal Mario Kart 8. And already I can tell it's adapted very faithfully. And actually, as a teenager, like, Cheeseland was one of those tracks I really wanted to see remastered, so... you know, hearing that it was definitely, well, it made me cream my jeans, I tell you what. Ah, fuck. Wow, that was most intense moment of Mario Kart history, everybody. Da, 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 da. Oh, fuck off. Wow, damn. This is getting pretty intense. I was joking before, but now, no, like this is getting. Wow, I must really have a fetish for jinxing myself. All right, second place. Uh, 97 points. So next race, I should be reaching the triple digits. All right, GBA Bowser Castle 2, again by Chaos Shadow 23. This is the final track of the Flower Cup. There's the giant Bowser statue. I don't remember that being there. Was that in the original track? And if so, did they also bring it back for Mario Kart DS or 7 or whichever track, or whichever game remastered this track? Damn it. Already I'm loving the blue walls in the background. Okay, let me get it. Oh, fuck. Also, is it me, or does the blue shell animation look different than it does in the actual Mario Kart Wii game? I don't know, something about it, something about the animation felt a little off. Maybe that's just me, though. Yeah, I do tend to be stupid like that sometimes. Wow. Dude, oh fuck! And the finish line is mine. Oh, I should use that. I should use that line more often. The finish line is mine, motherfucker. All right, now on to the Lightning Cup. Now our first track is Luigi Circuit by Samantha MK, which was remastered in Mario Kart DS. Though this actually kind of has a bit of a Mario Kart 8 vibe. I mean, it actually does kind of still look like the original track, you know, with all the rain and whatnot, but like, no, this is like a bit of a mixture of the two. It's like a fusion between, you know, how the track originally looked and how it would have looked in Mario Kart 8. You know, because you have like the coupling billboards and whatnot. Oh, and I'm loving this remix of the music too. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, baby. Lap 3 already. I don't, come to think of it, I don't think the original Super Circuit had any 5-lap tracks. Actually, yeah, no, it didn't. I feel like I would have remembered if it did. I mean, unless the Super Nintendo tracks in that game still have 5 laps, but I never got that far in Super Circuits. Next race. Ooh, Sky Garden, I love this track. It's done by Luca. Already this is taking cues from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version of this track. Though this was, the first remaster of this track was in Mario Kart DS, and then they made it again for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The DLC for it, at least. Da, 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 da. I don't know if anyone will remember this, but like almost 4 years ago, I had done a Sky Garden themed video. It was back when, like, if anyone will fucking remember Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, it had that glitch in the Teeter-Totter Gulch stage, and I was just doing the craziest fucking video idea until it got fixed, which I don't even think it ever did, to be honest. Yeah, I remember one of the videos was like, oh, I play a match on it, and then, you know, every time I win, it switches to footage of Sky Garden. And I like a different versions of Sky Garden, like the original, the DS version, the 8 Deluxe version. I'm pretty sure, and I know I did Sky Garden. Like, I know I did one in Mario Kart Wii, but I don't believe it was this exact version though. Yeah, because they're taking cues from the Mario Kart 8 version, and you know, and it was put in Wii Deluxe, you know, before it was in 8 Deluxe, so I can say with certainty that it was probably a different version of Sky Garden. Wow. Gonna salvage what I can of this race. How could you, Sky Garden? I trusted you! Traitor! Okay, we got GBA Cheap Cheap Island by Squire Turnbolt and Kozakura. I want to say this track was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and if it wasn't, I certainly remember it being in Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, that dumpster fire of a game. Yeah, remember Mario Kart Tour? Your grandfather told you about Mario Kart Tour. Oh, look at Big Bertha. That's another character who was in the Galaxy movie trailer. Yeah, she was eating a blue toad, I believe. Remember in the '93 Mario movie when they made Big Bertha like a stripper, I think? Oh look, Baby Peach finally got caught up to the triple digits. You love to see it. What I really mean is that you hate to see it, but that's besides the point. GBA Sunset Wild by Luca. Now this I know for a fact was in Mario Kart Tour and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Pretty sure this has some particularly catchy music too. Yeah, something about the music in that track just feels very majestic. Oh fuck! I'm fucking okay. And there are the Shy Guys. You know, yeah, that's like the one thing I associate with this track. The Shy Guys in their little tents. There's a Mickey Mouse cactus for some reason. Eh! Come on, Bowser Jr.
From the ashes of his father's defeat rises a new conqueror. The Bowser name shall be feared once more.
Really looking forward to how Benny Safdie does Bowser Jr. Like when I first heard that voice in the trailer, I legit thought it was going to be Jack Black again, but with the voice pitch stuff. Ooh. Oh, the sun's actually set. I mean, it probably does that in the original track too, but it's nice that they added that regardless. Oh, cool. First place. One underrated aspect of Mario Kart 8 custom tracks is always like when the modders go out of their way to add to create like extra animations for background objects, like those Shy Guys just now. All right, 6th place. Considering all the bullshit that happened to me in this race, I'll take it. Baby Peach is starting to catch up, so let's see how well I do in this next race. I think that's the end of the Lightning Cup. Yeah, we're on the Star Cup now. GBA Snowland by Squire Turnbull. God, I know one of these snow tracks from Super Circuit was in Mario Kart 8, or Mario Kart Tour even. I just cannot remember. I cannot for the life of me remember if it was this or... Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another snow track in this game. I guess we'll find out soon. The ice physics mean nothing to me when I have the Power Star. Well, I got a little too cocky there, huh? Oh, Peach, why are you driving into the wall?
Princess Peach, bitch, Peach, bitch!
For anyone who gets that reference. Da, 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 da. Oh, fuck. I did not account for any power stars. Da, 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 da. Oh, sixth place again. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, guys. Oh. Oh, Ribbon Road by Gabriella. And I can already say, Gabriella, you did a fine job here. And your name makes you sound fine as hell, but that's not important right now. But damn, Gabriella, you fine as hell. I'm sorry, I had to. Yeah, I'm not gonna continue flirting. I kind of suck at it anyhow. Anyways, yeah, well, there's the Mecha Koopas. You love to see those. Take that, Baby Peach. Oh no. Ah, frickle frackle. No! Mega Mushroom, use that shit. Wait, did I just see the Flame Runner in the background as like a toy? Funky Kong, what do I keep saying? The Flame Runner is not a toy! I don't feel like explaining the reference. I will say only a select few people will get that. So what, Mecha Koopas? I'm getting the impression that they sort of have the same physics as like Cataquax and Peach Beach. Do 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 do. All right. First place again, finally. Now what's next? Oh, Yoshi Desert by ZPL. Was this in Mario Kart 8? I feel like it was in Mario Kart 8. Actually, I think after this is going to be Bowser Castle 3, which I know for a fact was in Mario Kart Wii. Am I going to get the original version, or am I going to get a pointless remaster? Probably the latter. Ah! You know, part of me wants to get angry at every item that's hit me, but honestly, I kind of brought that onto myself. Yeah, so yeah, always when I play with aggressive items, I have to remember to keep my ego in check. You know, I don't want to become the next Six Erican, if anyone knows who the fuck that is. Ah! fucking god. God, and I thought Cheeseland was chaotic. Sorry if you heard my phone, you know, getting a notification. Ah! No! 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 Ah! Ugh! Okay, fine. You know what? I will take 4th place. I will take 4th place. All right, what's next? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Bowser Castle 3 by Miku MK. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look too far gone from. Yeah, it doesn't look too far. I mean, it's different from how it was remastered in the base game of Mario Kart Wii, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily look like a Mario Kart 8 remaster, so I can at least appreciate the updated textures. Oh god. Ah, frick. Oh, damn. Yeah, I really don't have much to say here. Let me just answer this. All right, next. Yeah, we got one more cup to do, and that's the special cup. Custom rules. We're gonna bring this down to 4. solo race. Yeah, so we got Lakeside Park, Broken Pier, Bowser Castle 4. Yeah, see, I was trying to remember if this game had 3 or 4 Bowser Castle tracks. And then we got Rainbow Road. So, let's do this. Now, Lakeside Park, I know was in Mario Kart Tour. And I feel like it was remade for... Okay, maybe it wasn't. I'm thinking of some other track. Yeah, so this was done by ZPL and Cyrus the Yoshi. Yeah, I'm gonna drive myself crazy trying to remember if this was in any other Mario Kart game. I feel like the most likely would be Tour, but I kind of vaguely remember there was some track in DS that had a volcano. Yeah, see, now, yeah, my Mario knowledge really is not as good as it was, you know, during like the Wii era. You know, back when I was a kid and I actually had the free time to look this shit up. I think Peach is surrounded by bananas. Oh wait, that wasn't even Peach. That was Wario. Okay. Alright. Wow. Okay, so this track has a sunset, it looks like. Maybe this was in Mario Kart 8. Yeah, see, I don't know, because like, I don't know if the DS would have been capable of, like, implementing that into the... Wow, I just got triple red shells. Look at me. Frick. Huh. 9th place. Next race. Broken Pier. Here we go. By XBlue98. Already, I'm loving this little baby blue we got going here. And the purple plants and everything. Chef's kiss. Okay, I'm not even gonna go back for that star. I've suffered enough in this Grand Prix. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, are these technically sections? Because if so, I feel like this track might have been in 8 Deluxe. Or Tour at the very least. Yeah, I know Tour did all sorts of weird things with their tracks. Boarding. Yeah, wow, they completely reinvented this. Yeah, you know what? This might have actually been in Mario Kart 8. Well, definitely not the base game, but like the deluxe DLC. Yeah, that's another thing too. You know, it's hard to keep track of what track is in what game when, especially in 8 Deluxe's case, where that track, where, you know, combined with like the DLC and all, there's like 96 tracks in the entire game. I would say there should have been 96 characters, but like Mario Kart World more or less has us covered there. Frick. Yay, first place. Oh wow, I just bumped up to first overall. Yay me. Alright, so next up should be Bowser Castle 4. Yes, by Samantha MK. You know, if you think about it, I think if you combined all the GBA Bowser Castles into like one track, I think that would go hard. Who knows, maybe somebody's done it. But like think, you know, you have 2 tracks inside the castle, the 3rd track being entirely outside the castle, the 4th track being a mixture of the 2. I think that would be awesome. I really do. What are those metal balls doing there? Oh wow, 2 laps. Damn. I would have made this a 3-lap track easily. Didn't feel that long to me. And there's the metal testicles again. Wow, I'm so far ahead of everybody, goddamn. I mean, I knew I was going to redeem myself sooner or later, but not to this extent. Alright. And now, the main attraction. Rainbow Road by K-Hacker 35,000 VR. So what, is that like that old Mr. Bean guy who used to be big in the community? Wonder how he's doing these days. Oh, and there's the Bowser Castle from Paper Mario. That was always a nice treat. Oh god. Yeah, I completely botched that one. You know, it was bound to happen sooner or later. Yeah, the game was eventually going to knock my ego down a few pegs, as it typically does. As any Mario Kart would, for that matter. I think Toad got hit by that red shell instead of me. What is Koopa Troopa in 12th or something? Probably. Okay. Well, I couldn't even reach 50. Goddamn. Alright, so next. You think if I had gotten first in all races, I probably would have gotten 100 points. Alright. Alright, so that's gonna just about do it for all the Super Circuit tracks in Mario Kart Wii, and that's the last time I'm gonna have to split it into, you know, 2 separate versus races, thankfully. Yeah, so Double Dash onward, it's just gonna be the typical 16 track stuff. Yeah, so until next time, this is Bumpy Gaming going back under the bed.